Hello, everybody. Just a random live stream. I'm off today. Woohoo! So I'm gonna cook some stuff in the kitchen here, but I need to set up some stuff. So just hang tight for me, okay? All right. Hope everyone's having a good day, though. Let's get some music going. Perfect. I gotta go pull up the live chat as well. Hello, hello. We're getting squared away here. I'm gonna make some gnocchi for everybody. I've never made it before, but I watched a few videos on YouTube, which makes me an expert. All right, let's go here. Channel. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see. Let's see who's in the chat. Now I'm pulling up the chat. Here we go. Got 11 people here. What's up? Working on short jokes, but decided not to taunt John. I am short. I'm 5'5". Hello, Mark. Hello, Donnie. Hello, Michael. Hey, Clinton. Hello, everybody. Got 12 here. Just chilling. Nice. Let's go. What is it? It's a Wednesday afternoon. We're vibing. We are vibing. So I'm going to put the chat up here. Let's go like this. Come on. There we go. Yep, I am off today and I'm off tomorrow. And tonight I am making some fish and gnocchi for dinner. Figured I'd take you guys along for the ride. There, now I have my chat set up. Got my camera set up. Lovely. So, here's the thing. I watched a video on how to make gnocchi about 5 minutes ago. So we're going to do it live. I need about 4 potatoes. I am using just some yellow potatoes. Ideally, I would be using russet potatoes per the recipe, but, you know, we're going for it. We are going for it. All right. And this recipe is from Nick DiGiovanni. If anyone knows Nick DiGiovanni, I think it's DiGiovanni, right? Yeah, DiGiovanni. He's pretty big. I think he got big on TikTok, and then what am I looking for? He got big on TikTok. Now he's got a bunch of YouTube stuff. So this is his recipe. All right, we're gonna do a couple of bowls. Actually, I just need 1 bowl. What do we got so far? Got anything else going in the chat? Hello, what's up, Mark? From New Zealand. All right. All right, all right. So step 1 here is going to be peeling our potatoes, my little spud friends here, and we're going to put them in some cold water. According to Nick, this helps make them fluffier. I don't know. He's the chef. All right. Anyone else ever make gnocchi? Because this is my first time, as you can probably all tell. All right, there we go. So I'm going to start by peeling my potatoes here. Last night's dinner was pretty amazing. You guys saw us on the live stream. I'm just liking these live streams so much that I figured I would do one again today. But then I work the next 2 days from 8 to 4 in the emergency room. I love these 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. shifts. When you go from working like 12-hour shifts to then doing an 8-hour shift, it is quite... It feels like time flies by, honestly. So much easier. Getting these potatoes peeled. My mom never uses one of these when she's peeling. She always just uses a little paring knife, and she like I don't know how she doesn't cut her fingers. She's like so old school with it. But I grew up cooking with my mom, which she didn't. She will tell you herself she's not a good cook. I think she's a good cook because everything she makes I crave. And we didn't really have much growing up, and she made it work. So I love her, and I love her recipes. But we never made gnocchi together. So, Mom, I'm going to have to teach you how to do this one. I already have my water boiling because we need to cook these potatoes. Brian is at work today. He's in the office. And hopefully he'll be coming home to a lovely dinner prepared by moi. And then later tonight, we're going to film some content. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Let me know in the chat if the audio is okay. Yeah, 8 to 4 is a pretty sweet work shift. It is pretty nice. I like it a lot. Like I said, after it's 12-hour shifts, sometimes I do 10A to 10P or 11A to 11P in the emergency room. And by hour 10, I am dragging sometimes, particularly if it was a tough day. Complicated patients, understaffing, etc., etc. You know how it goes. Great, my water is boiling. I'm supposed to let them rest in this ice bath apparently for a little bit. I don't know how long. We're gonna figure it out. Apparently, it helps bring out some of the starch. Let's bring this over here. I'm gonna actually add a little bit more ice to this. Bada bing, bada boom. So we're gonna let that just kind of soak for a little bit. Again, this is not my recipe. I'm just following Nick's. So go check it out. Clinton, so has work turned out to be what you expected? Any surprises? Yeah, I mean, just this is my first job out of school, so this has been a huge learning curve. I think the biggest thing that I wasn't expecting is how the team dynamics. You know, being a PA and being able to learn from the doc, learn from the nurses, and also be able to delegate tasks to the nurses, the CNAs, the phlebotomists, and really working as a well-oiled machine rather than me trying to do kind of everything has been a challenge in figuring out how all of us work together and the timing of getting everything done. So I'm doing well. I'm learning every single day, and I enjoy my job. You have a nice beard. Thank you. Thank you very much. I frequently go between trimming it really, really short and then keeping it longer like it is right now. So thank you. Second live stream in a 2-day period. Yes. You like me live streaming more? Well, let's do it more. I'm having fun with it. The gnocchi should be once the potatoes are cooked, then we mash them. We mix them with flour and some eggs, and then we have to cook them again. So it's going to be a little live stream here. We're going to have some fun. Let me scroll back up to the chat, see what I missed. Learning experience for me. Yes, Mark. Yes. Here we go. What else? Let's see. TJ's from Minnesota. Donnie from Oklahoma. Let's go, you guys. All right. Did you ever go and watch Terrifier 2? No, I have not seen that. All right, I'm going to discard some of my waste, and the rest is going to go down the garbage disposal. Okay. Let's shimmy on over to this camera. So I have my potatoes here. I'm just going to drain off the water. And actually, the water started to get kind of murky. So some of those starches were kind of shedding away, and I can actually see the starch in the bowl. So I'm gonna boil these now. Bam, bam. Okay. Check, check, check. We're gonna boil those until they are fork tender. Basically enough so that I can shred them. Big tip with cooking: clean as you go. Clean as you go, and then you will really thank yourself later. Trust me. So, you know what else I really like about work? I enjoy doing a lot of procedures. I like working with my hands. That's why partially I like cooking. And the emergency room, I get to do a ton of different procedures, from sutures to abscesses, hemorrhoidectomies. I had someone with an embedded dermal piercing in the low back. I had someone with an embedded lip piercing. Those are always fun to remove. What else did we do? I haven't done any intubations or like chest tubes or anything like that yet, but I'm sure they will be coming. So that is that. Alex, hi handsome from Connecticut. Is being a PA stressful at times? Alex, yes, it is very stressful, particularly as a newer grad. Sometimes I'm like, okay, what am I doing again? But I always have my doctors there to lean on if I need any help. If, oh, what's the dose of this again? What's the second line treatment because this isn't working? I always have support, which is really nice and something as a new grad that I value a whole lot. Are you cooking for us in Key West in September? So we have been talking about doing some sort of like a key lime pie tutorial, cooking tutorial, versus Brian doing like some baking or something like that. But we'll see, because Alexander's Guest House has a really nice kitchen there. Again, all the details of that trip aren't quite yet done in terms of the schedule, but stay tuned for more. All those procedures would have me lose my lunch. It's funny, when I was going through PA school, of course you have a cadaver lab. So we're dissecting people who have donated their bodies to science. And I would always get hungry after going into the cadaver lab. So it's crazy because there's nothing more appetizing than dissecting a human body, right? But apparently, and one of my professors told us this, that the preservative solutions that they use for the bodies can actually have a appetite stimulating effect. The more you know. Okay, so what else do I need for this gnocchi while my potatoes are boiling? Let's actually get a little close up over here. Let's turn this heat up a little bit, actually. Get those boiling a little bit more. You're supposed to have a potato ricer, which is kind of looks like one of these. Of course, this is a lemon juicer, but it looks like this, where you squish it through, and then the potato comes out the bottom there. We don't have a potato ricer, and that one is not going to work for potatoes, so I'm going to use a box grater instead. And we're going to get our trusty little board out over here. All right. Okay, I think that's a good little setup there. Bada bing, bada boom. Lovely. All right, what else we got in the chat? Clinton says, have you had to deal with losing a patient yet? And if so, how do you deal with that? I have not lost one of my patients yet while I've been a certified PA. However, when I was a student, I have had some patients that have passed away. And I still remember the name, the face, everything about the first patient that passed away that I was taking care of. And I think it really changes you, and it reminds you why you're getting into this whole medicine thing, particularly in emergency medicine, because I want to be there when people are at their worst. This is part of the job. So I haven't lost one yet, as for me, and I'm sure it's going to affect me. And so, again, probably a name and a face that I'm going to remember for a long time. But that's a good question, really good question. Reagan, I'm back from school. Just got done working out too. I did 24 reps, a lot of different exercises. Get it, Reagan? Yep, I just got back from the gym too. Weight on my 45-pound bar. I can't put any weight on it. Yeah. Well, progress is progress. And it says sending big love from snowy England. I'm around the deceased all day as a funeral director. Yeah. Yep. I think it's important to find, things that make you happy. Like I like making videos, I like cooking, I like going to the gym, and these are all things that my outlets, right? So finding healthy outlets is important. How did you learn how to do this with these cameras? Google. Honestly, a lot of trial and error. This is a pretty neat app that I'm using for live streaming right now. It's called Switcher Studio. Not sponsored, not an ad, but I'm on like a free trial with this right now, and it actually makes it pretty easy to use. I watched some tutorials and whatnot, so it's quite nice. Pro tip, if you have a cutting board that slides around on you a lot, get a wet paper towel, throw it underneath, ba-bam, and it won't move. The more you know. Let's get this a little bit better. There we go. There we go. We're working on it. All right. Yeah, you're welcome, Reagan. Alex says he saw a PA last year diagnosed sores in the stomach that weren't healing, prescribed some ointment, and in 1 week they were healed. PAs do a lot. A lot of people don't know what PAs are, so I'm glad that we are raising more awareness of the profession. All right, I have my egg. So here's the deal. Brian is going to get upset with me, and he's going to watch this back later, and he's going to say, don't be using my eggs, dude, because he uses these extra large brown eggs for his baking, but I figure it's a special occasion. We're live streaming this. We're going to use one of his eggs. So that's going to go with the gnocchi. And what else are we going to do? We're going to need our flour. The recipe says about 1.5 cups of flour, but my potatoes I think were maybe a little bit bigger. So I'm going to use 2 cups, and then I'll add it kind of piecemeal, and we'll see how that goes. Let's do it into this bowl. Because I feel like it's more of a texture thing, a consistency, rather than like a true, you know what I mean? Like a true like baking where you need exact measurements. So that's almost 2 cups. We'll start with that, and we'll see how that comes together. All right. Clean up as you go. Clean up as you go. Relaxing PBS cooking show. There we go. I'll take that. We love cooking. We're cooking almost every night. Really, because going out is too darn expensive, and just like I said earlier, this is therapy. Anyway, so more about PAs. We are officially now physician associates. Apparently, it's going to take a couple years for marketing and whatnot to share with the entire world that PAs are now physician associates and now not physician assistants. There was a big movement within my profession to change it from assistant to associate because a lot of people within the profession felt that assistant had that kind of negative connotation, that sort of more subservient connotation to it, and that it didn't really accurately reflect what we do. So associate kind of more implies I work hand in hand with the physician. I am not the assistant. I'm not like the quote unquote grunt. So I think it describes the profession a little bit better. However, I just don't want to confuse patients. Do you know what I mean? After all, it's all about patient care. So, all right. Gay Shrink says, I had gnocchi in Palm Springs at a Tuscan restaurant the other night, and it was gummy. I've had gummy gnocchi too, and I suspect that is because the starch. Probably because there's too much starch in it. So the whole point of boiling it, of doing that ice bath before boiling it, and then cooking them pretty good, is going to be to remove some of that starch. So we'll see. This is the first time, so if I mess it up royally, you can watch this back and know what not to do. Elmer's glue. Ooh, that's not a good chew. An Elmer's glue gnocchi? No, thank you. What's up, Dallas? Always good to see your comments, Dallas. All right. Oh, let me show you these snacks. This is chocolate covered espresso beans, you guys. I just makes me weak in the knees. Those are amazing. All right, let's check. Oh, egg down. Let's go check on our potatoes. Probably not done yet, but we'll check them out. We're getting there. Not quite, but we're getting there. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna hit my head off the cabinet. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I have the cabinet open and the tripod kind of in the cabinet. And I've hit my head off the corner of the cabinet. I'm sure we all have at some point. And a lot of four-letter words to be had after that, so we're going to be careful here. I do not want to have to go into the ER for some stitches in my forehead tonight. What type of sauce is going with the gnocchi? I actually haven't gotten that far yet. But we're having fish tonight, so I'm thinking, actually, you know what? Fish is going to be probably just like a blackened seasoning on the fish. So that's going to be its own thing. And the gnocchi, Brian makes pesto every year. We grow basil out back. We make the pesto in-house, and then we freeze it so we have it just whenever we need it. And he freezes it in these little ice cube trays. So they're just kind of like, you can pop a couple out and use that. So that's probably what I'll do with the gnocchi. Thank you. So now we're thinking ahead. Thank you, Paul. I didn't even think of that. What am I going to put on these? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil them once I've made them all. You boil them, and then once they float, they're done. Okay? So at that point, they're done. I'm actually just going to put them aside and then save them for tonight, where I'm going to just kind of pan fry them in some butter and some pesto, and that'll be good to go. Yes, pesto's good, Gay Shrink. Let's do it. Can you guys hear the music? We're kind of vibing. We're just chilling. I hope you can hear the music. All right. What other questions you guys have? I hope you liked the Q&A last night. That was interesting. This egg almost rolled off onto the ground because I wasn't paying attention. And I'm trying to make gnocchi live for the first time ever. Gosh, I hope this isn't a gummy mess. Do you take turns cooking? Yes. Yes, Brian and I definitely take turns. If I'm working, he'll cook. If he's working, I'll cook. Like today, he had to go into the office, which he works for Staples, and they just started enforcing I think it's 3 days in the office per week policy now. Some of the work at home luxuries from the pandemic are kind of waning. So I don't know if anyone else is going through that where you have to go back into the office or not, but he's doing that now. He's got a bit of a drive. It's almost an hour drive for him. It's almost 2 hours in the car every day. So the last thing you want to do is cook when you get home from a long drive. And Boston traffic, well, not really Boston, but kind of around the Boston area. is what he has to deal with, and that's not fun to deal with. Are you going to get demonetized with the music? No, actually, because I'm using a service. It's not a service, it's a Spotify brand. It's called Stream Beats by a guy named Hellis. Was it Hellis Keller? Harris Keller. And it is copyright-free music and available for all streamers to use for free without copyright infringement. So that is something to keep in mind, though. All right, going out to a cool gay bar tonight in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Oh, nice. I know where New Hope is, called the Club Room, and I will share your site with the guys there. Please do. Please do. The more the merrier. We're hoping to grow this channel bigger and bigger. We have some really cool ideas in the pipeline, so please stay tuned. Really cool collaboration ideas. We just heard back from some really interesting folks I hope to get on the show. That would be really cool, and I really feel like would do some wonderful things for our community. So fingers crossed for that. That's what it's all about. I'm always thinking, how can we make videos that improve the human experience generally? It's not just for the likes or the comments and the subscribers and whatnot, but like, what can we do to impact the general human experience? So particularly for our community. So I'm really looking forward to what's coming up. Do you and your partner have the same diet? I always find it hard when you're in a relationship with someone with a totally different diet. We tend to eat the same things. Brian's allergic to some stuff, but I mean, our general day-to-day, yeah, we eat the same things. We share the same meals. We'll split dinner. We'll split breakfast. Lunch, fend for yourself. Yeah. No, and we're not, like, restrictive of any things. I'm a pretty adventurous dieter. I have made Brian more adventurous as we have been dating. He's been trying more fish, more seafood. But no, it is difficult when you're dating someone who has a different diet than you. It's like you have to two different meals. You know what I mean? It's, you know what else? I see patients who have their partner is like a smoker and they're trying to quit smoking, and that is a whole issue. So I mean that applies to multiple areas in life when you're dating someone who doesn't have the same kind of day-to-day routine there. Clinton says, no desire to go back to work at this point, to go back into the office. Yeah, going into the office every day. Whew. I want to eventually develop a telemedicine practice where I can provide care to LGBTQ plus folks, ideally people who know me through YouTube and social media and things, and I want to be able to share my medical knowledge of gay men's health and LGBTQ health with everyone. And that's a goal of mine within the next 5 years, is to really develop that out. So stay tuned for that if you are looking for a PA for primary care for gay men's health, or gay women's health, trans care. I'm really looking forward to building that out as we go along in this journey of me being a PA and YouTube. And it's the future's exciting, you guys. Lots of stuff going on. We have someone here from Providence too. Penyot Fang. I can see why you travel. Providence, not much exciting to do. Providence in the summer there's a lot to do. During the winter, it's just kind of cold. You gotta find areas and outlets for fun, such as like going up to Boston. I think the food in Providence is great. There's always something to go fun and eat. During the summer, you have a lot of different beaches at your disposal. I think water fire is a really cool attraction. I wouldn't knock Providence entirely. There is some fun things to do, and certainly more than where I came from in central Pennsylvania. Any other central PA people out there know just how boring it can be. Yeah, we have fun. But traveling is necessary, for sure. Paul, wait, what? Vacations to the Cape, didn't eat seafood much? I know, he didn't. Brian is, he needs some more culturing. And I'm that guy. I'm providing him the worldly experience, all right? I gotta check on my spuds. Hold on. All right, so I just want to show you where we're at. So we need it fork tender, and I'm still getting some deep resistance there. So we need some extra time. And I don't know if Nick salted his water when he was boiling the potatoes, but I just did. And I don't think it's gonna mess anything up. And if it does, we know what happened. Gay shrink. Okay. Michael, Northeastern PA, went to college in Central PA. Woohoo! Whereabouts in Central PA? I grew up about 10 minutes away from Lebanon Valley College, right there in Annville, Pennsylvania. I can be your PA. Blessedly. Lee. Let's go. Let's go. I don't even know what kind of fish we have. Let me go check on that. We have ocean fresh swordfish steak. So that's just going to be a blackened seasoning on there. So let me show you. Just a simple blackened seasoning. It's going to go on here. Bada bing, bada boom. On the grill. 5 minutes each side. I'm excited to film tonight, you guys. Brian and I, we are filming tonight about the popular age gap couples in the media. We're going to discuss Bridget and Emmanuel Macron. We're going to discuss Matthew Bomber and his partner, whose name is escaping me. Bill Clooney and Amal Clooney. Who else we have? Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor. And we're all going to do them within the context of how it's perceived, whether the male is older or the female is older, or if it's a same-sex relationship. And then we have some statistics to bring into the conversation. So, should be a good video, and that I hope to post by early next week. Maybe Sunday is my go-to. That's going to be my planned release day, so stay tuned for that. Good old Market Basket. You got it, Paul. Market Basket, best prices around. If you have a Market Basket near you, gotta check it out. Can you do marlin the same way, says Mark. You know, Mark, marlin, I don't think we've ever cooked marlin. I imagine you can. Yeah, because, you know, it's a sport fish, marlin and the swordfish. I imagine it's pretty similar. So some blackened seasoning and grill it. Yeah. Do your family support your relationship, asks Michael. Yes, my mom absolutely loves Brian. Brian's family loves me. And everything has been very accepting. You know, it's been amazing. So it wasn't always that way when I first came out. It was a bit of a struggle. It was like coming out twice. Once was coming out as gay. The other one was coming out and saying, "Hey, Mom, I like older men." That was a challenging time. So everyone's come around though, and everyone's been super supportive. And now we show you guys on YouTube that you shouldn't be afraid, and that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Try garlic butter sauce on the swordfish. Ooh, good one. Sometimes we do garlic butter. I'll saute some garlic in some butter and then just kind of drizzle it on top at the end, kind of as like a garnish, if you will. But oh, it's delicious. Horatio, say hi and go back to sleep. Yep, go to sleep, Horatio. I don't know what time it is in your neck of the woods, but if it's late, this isn't worth staying up for. Your sleep is very important, all right? I appreciate you tuning in, though. I love your short videos on LGBTQ and other health topics. Thank you. Thank you. You know, some of our short-form content doesn't perform very well, so then it's sort of like a time-benefit ratio of like, I want to put stuff out there that's going to help grow the channel, but I also want to put stuff out there that's educational and digestible. And those short content, I love doing. I love doing that stuff. Maybe more of that to come with some of the collaboration stuff we have in the works. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. How long does it take for potatoes to boil? How long? Come on. Starchy mess over here. Starchy mess. What can I do here? Let's do this. Let's take this down. Let's move you. And we're going to switch on over. Hi. Oh, there we go. Okay. Little spin around the kitchen. Little spin around the kitchen. We put in, I wonder if I can twist this. If this will twist over. No, it will not. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm giving you vertigo. I'm just going to show you a quick kitchen tour while waiting for the potatoes to boil. Brian and I we built this entire kitchen out from the backsplash to the paint on the walls. We hung the cabinets, we put together the cabinets, all that stuff. We have our air fryer over here, several cutting boards. We pull out, recycle needs to be taken out. I'm going to wait for Brian to get home and just blame him that he didn't take it out. Trash and a little hidden door here for some goodies and whatnot. Good stuff. This is our spice cabinet. And then other stuff up yonder. Of course, we got the little spinner because we need lots of spices. And our friend Greg, who sent us some spices, they have a special spot right next to where we got. So those are all Gregor's seasonings. Of course, the stove, which you'll notice some mouse traps here, because we have a bit of a mouse problem, and sometimes we see them scurrying in and around the kitchen area, so we have left some mouse traps maybe a little bit too close to the fire here. But hopefully we'll get some of those. Little setup here. Got the sugar, the mixer, the flour, all that good stuff. Of course, our pantries. If you don't have cheese balls in your house, what are you even doing? Okay? Alright, we got some more randomness in there. Whoa, whoa. I'll show you guys Brian's baking goodies here. Heat. Oh my gosh. He is just a madman. A madman, I tell ya. What else we got up here? Got some of Gregor's seasoning, coffee creamers, our fiber that we do every single day. We love our fiber. A good bowel movement makes a happy and healthy person. Plus our protein. Plenty of that stuff up there. We got some... This is for when our nephew comes over, Lightning McQueen, and we've got some Spider-Man and Woody back there. Woody. It's pretty much that's it there. That's our live stream setup. That's how I control everything, and that's the music. And then we got our random cups and whatnot. Drawers here. And as you can tell, our nephew decided to decorate everything with some dinos and some other drawers there. And that's that. And we're going to switch back. Peanut butter for the mouse traps. Yes, I know. We definitely need to... We have been putting peanut butter in there. We've even decided to, try doing popcorn and, chocolate-covered espresso beans and, random stuff. But these darn mice are so smart. So smart. They can lick some of the peanut butter out and then just leave and not get stuck in the trap. How do you do that? Then sometimes we've gotten two mice in the same trap. I don't know. I don't get it. All right, so we're going to set this back up here. I don't remember how I did this, but we're going to do it again. We're going to figure it out. That's a lot of this whole YouTube journey, is just kind of figuring it out as you go. And I think my phone will be fine. Okay, we're getting ready here hopefully soon to get this potato mashing done. I'm adding more water to these potatoes because I think I just need a little bit more water. They're not fully submerged, so we're figuring it out. You notice I love to add little accents. I don't know if Brian likes that or hates that, but I tend to just kind of randomly flip in between British, Canadian, and Australian accent whenever the heck I darn well please. So, anyone else do that? Or just randomly break out into song and dance? Guilty. Did I cut the potatoes in pieces? No, I left them whole. They would probably finish quicker if I cut them, but that's not what Nick did, so I'm just going to leave them like that. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff to catch up on here. Other health topics, yes. One of my brothers hasn't talked to me in 6 years since you got married. Jason, come on. He hasn't talked to you. That's not nice. It took my family a couple years to come around. You know, it stinks. It stinks. Like, what can you do for them to see you're happy? I wish I had all the answers. I wish that no one had to go through that. I feel for you, Jason. Mark, good luck with the spuds. I'll need all the luck in the world. Thank you. Horatio, short stretch of sleep. Oh, yes. Jack Albany, you should have cut them. At least have them. I know, they were big. Maybe I should have cut them. Have you tried cauliflower gnocchi? Yes, I have tried cauliflower gnocchi. I haven't made it, but we've just bought the stuff in the pack that you just get in the frozen section. In fact, we might have some in there right now. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Low calorie. Nice pantry. You doing a house tour like I did? Yes, we're taking a play out of your book there. Cheese balls for the win. Peanut butter for the mouse traps. Potatoes cook quicker. The lid on the pan. You know, that makes sense. You'd probably steam them. Maybe I should do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. See, this is why I need you guys. Wrong size lid. This is Ina Garden. How fabulous was that? I got Brian an Ina Garden cookbook for his birthday last year, and he loves it. I'm so glad he loves it. I love Ina. Anyone else Ina Garden fans out there? The Barefoot Contessa? She's amazing. How easy was that? I love her. Do you have competitive natures? Does it cause difficulty in our relationship? One time it did. Brian and I went bowling, and I just wiped the floor with him. Absolutely crushed him. And I take no mercy, and I'm competitive, and I'm not going to let you win because that's the nice thing to do. You're going to win on your own merit. And so I beat him after he had just beat me, and he was so frustrated and upset. And then I got frustrated and upset because he was upset because we were just challenging each other and just competitive beasts. So we got over it. It's fine. It's actually nice that we're both competitive. It makes us seek out little competitions throughout the day. And I can beat you in that. I think it's a healthy level of competition. Yeah, I know. If I add water, it's gonna be longer. I know, but I needed to submerge these potatoes a little better. So. Big fan. Yes. All right, I need something to drink here. What do I need? Y'all, This is my secret weapon when 10 o'clock hits, when at a 10, 12-hour shift in the ER. It's got a little bit of caffeine in here. 30 milligrams of caffeine. That's like a third of a cup of coffee. Perfect. Refreshing. Little pick-me-up. Little zip zap. Bellissimo. Delicioso. All right, we are cooking. We are boiling. Yes, Lionel, you got that right. Hopefully these potatoes are going to be nice and fluffy. The whole point, once they're done, I'm going to put them in a bowl, cover them with a towel, let them steam for a couple minutes, according to Nick. And then we rice them. Don't have a ricer. I'm going to grate them with a box grater. And then we add in our flour, our egg, to the consistency that we want. We lightly fold everything in because the more you work it, the less airy they are. And you want pillowy, airy gnocchi. You don't want a gummy mess like we had in the chat earlier. You don't want no gumminess. Pillowy. That's what we're going for. Well, hello, cutie. I just got called a cutie. I got called a cutie by one of my older patients. She was like a 90-some-year-old woman. And it's like, oh, thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. I tend to call my older patients dear. Dear or darling. I don't know. I think that makes it more personal, more endearing, more like I'm a caring provider. And I have heard the opposite, the flip side argument of that is that that's too personal and you're setting yourself up for someone being uncomfortable with that. And to what I say about that is that I want my patients to feel comfortable, and if they're not comfortable, I would hope that they would tell me if I say dear and they don't want me to say dear. It's totally fine. But I think that I really just want my patients to feel comfortable in telling me whatever they want, because it's anxiety-provoking enough to go to the hospital. So I want them to feel as comfortable as possible. Ant asks, how much paid vacation time do you guys get there? I get a month of vacation time, paid vacation time. If I do not use it, I just get paid out at the end of the year. It is not rolled over. And I think Brian gets 3 weeks, something like that. But the beauty of my position as a PA in the emergency room is I am contracted for 120 hours per month. However I get in those hours is up to me, and whoever makes my schedule, really. So if I have a vacation that's a week long, I don't have to take a week off. I just have to allocate my time throughout the month such that I get in my 120 hours. I could work 100 hours in the first week and then 20 hours the next 3 weeks of the month. That's it. That's the beauty of my schedule, and I really like it. I'll have fluffy and light mix if I salted them already, and I did salt. I salted the water, so that's good. This old fart is starting prep in 2 weeks and getting ready for Gran Canaria. What sort of side effects can I expect? With PrEP, some of the more common side effects, it depends on which PrEP you're taking, but generally with Truvada and for Descovy, you think like your GI upset, so like some nausea, maybe some diarrhea, things like that. Some dizziness can actually occur. Those are the most common things. And then when you think of Apretude, the injectable option, most common side effect there being injection site reactions. In one study, it found about 80% of patients have an injection site reaction, although not to the extent where it would cause the person to discontinue the medication. Only about 2%, I believe, in the study discontinued the medication, Apretude, the injectable, for adverse effects. And as the injections go on, again, it's good for 2 months. So that's 6 injections per year. As you continue on with those injections, reportedly from the studies, the injection site reactions get less and less over time. Are you on call for emergencies? I am not on call. I had I'm really not on call ever. The only exception to that would be if someone has like a family thing that they know is going on. Like I had one of my colleagues, his wife is pregnant and was ready to pop really at any time. So I went on call just in case, he were to have to leave and go to tend to his wife. But really, no, I'm not on call at all, which is lovely. And I have no overnights, no call. So it's a pretty nice first job here. I really like it. All right. Older patients feel patronized using terms like that. Patronized in a good way, gay shrink, or patronized in a bad way? Do they feel like I am trying to? Do you know what I mean? Like, do they feel like I'm playing into their age, or does it feel like I'm making them comfortable? I think it's a different thing there. I would love to hear your comment about that. I trust that you're in mental health care. You mentioned telehealth, I think earlier, so I'm interested in that. Yeah, no on call. I like that I have no on call and no overnights. All right, I'm gonna check the potatoes. Let's see how we're doing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They are done. We are golden, pony boy. I'm going to set up a different camera. As such. Like this. Bada bing, bada boom. So we're going to drain the potatoes. And then we're going to put them in this. And we're going to put that over. Alright, here we go. I like the steam on my face. It's like a spa treatment. There we go. Drain some of this out. See our potatoes. Some of them kind of got mashed up during the process of me checking them, which is totally fine. I'm going to put them in here. And according to Nick, the key to making fluffy, airy, the best gnocchi in the world is to simply cover this with a towel and let them steam while you prepare the rest of your stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean up some of this stuff while these are steaming, and then they should be good to proceed with the next step. So. And I don't have one of those like fancy gnocchi bowls or boards where you make it really nice. But I'm gonna use a fork to make that classic gnocchi like grooved texture on the gnocchi. And if anyone can answer this, I would really be impressed. Why does a gnocchi have the little grooves? Why does a gnocchi have the grooves on it? Tell me. What do you got? What's your theory? Why is it ribbed for your pleasure? That's actually a hint. It is ribbed for your pleasure. That is both a sexual innuendo and a practical thing. What do we got? Work your magic, John. What's up, Dwayne? Love you, Dwayne. There we go. Clean as you go. I tend to like to hand wash some of the bigger stuff. And then everything that's smaller I throw into the dishwasher. And so for this pot, I'm going to end up using this again to boil the gnocchi. So I'm really just kind of rinsing it out. Not going to do a full clean. Whew, that pot is still very hot. Very hot. Very hot indeed. Hotter than Brian. Hotter than my man Brian. Bumble. I'll get to the chat here in a second, you guys. Almost done there. Okay. To hold the sauce. Yes, it is. Yes, the ribs in the gnocchi, well done. It's to hold the sauce. It's ribbed for your pleasure because sauce is flavor, you know? Let's go. Clinical psychologist for over 50 years. That's amazing, Gay Shrink. We'll have to chat. We'll have to chat a little bit about healthcare. That'd be really cool. Email me. What else we got? Are you ticklish? I am very ticklish. I am very ticklish. Brian knows exactly where I am ticklish, which is not to be disclosed with anybody else. That's where I'm leaving that one. Yep, very good. Everyone knows about the sauce. Everyone knows. KB, where's Bri? Bri is at work right now, so he will be back around 5 p.m. I think. These potatoes are gonna be good. I'm not going to start the water yet, but I just got my water ready for when I'm going to boil the gnocchi. And our camera here is going to be moved so y'all can see what I'm doing. It's going to go like this. Here we go. We have quite the production going on now boys. There we go. Lovely. We'll adjust this. Just like so. Perfect. Okay. Well, let's flip it. Like that. Lovely. All right, we got 28 people here, ready for gnocchi time. Hopefully the potatoes aren't scorching hot and I burn myself on the live. What else we got? We have another psychologist in the room. Hello, everybody. Let's go. It does say in the title with John, so you're being sweet and cooking dinner tonight. I am cooking dinner tonight. All right. Get a little pep. Nope, this goes over here. If I put something back in this kitchen in the wrong spot, Brian will let me know. Yeah. Alright. Get this going on low. Something like that. Put this down here. I don't know if you guys can hear that music, but the bass just dropped and it's giving me some vibes. Some real vibes. Alright, let's go here. Okay. So we are going to take our spuds, which are still incredibly hot. Actually, a little bit too hot to handle. Hot potato, hot potato. Did he add any salt and pepper to this? No, I think he did it after he grated them. After he riced them. Yeah. See, now I'm trying to, like, remember. Ha! Do I have any gloves to handle this with? I think I do. No gloves. We're just gonna go for it. Whew! Hot. Hot. I really should let this cool down, but I am impatient. You ever see those people who, like, can just do, like, well, chefs, really. Like, they'll take something scorching and just handle it, no issue, because their hands are so calloused and seasoned and ready. Just wild. So we're just grating our potato. Again, we want to handle this as little as possible, according to Nick. It's supposed to be very... We're going for light and fluffy. I want to be able to lay my head on these when I go to bed at night. It's going to be a nice pillow. Hot! There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I know, Paul. I need a potato ricer. It would make this so much easier. And less painful. Whew! Some of these are like super scalding and other ones aren't. I think I need to just kind of like separate them a little bit so they cool down faster. And the rest of this is kind of already mashed. I'm just going to mash this with a fork. Gnocchi is not complicated, really. It's three ingredients. It's potatoes, it is an egg, and it is flour. So it's kind of an easy recipe in that sense. Impatience with making gnocchi is a no-no. See, I've broken the cardinal rule. Cardinal rule. We're going to see. Brian's going to be the big taste tester. If Brian passes the taste test, then we're okay. I feel like my hands are already kind of used to the heat and stuff from cooking, but also like from working out, I have calluses on my fingers and on my hands and stuff, and I think that helps me not be crying right now as the potatoes are quite hot. 2 forks break up the potato. Yeah, I would do that. I want to grate it real good here. Again, just kind of vibing, just kind of chilling, letting the potatoes do the talking. Potatoes doing the walking. This is my spud bud, you know? What other jokes can I have here? Who's Nick DiGiovanni is the recipe that I'm using. I'm not using his technique at current, but it's Nick DiGiovanni's DiGiovanna. If you just like Google his name, he'll pop up. He's a attractive younger guy. He's a chef. He worked in restaurants, I guess, his whole life, and then started making TikTok videos, and got a lot of success with his TikTok videos and recognition. He's done stuff with Tom Brady, like really cool stuff. So this is his recipe. But again, look at that, light and fluffy awesomeness. Cool. So we're gonna take some more of this. We're gonna keep grating our potatoes, just like so. You follow Nick Paul. Yeah, he's good stuff. He's got good recipes. And I like his short form content because you can just like get a recipe in less than a minute. It's really nice. And get just like inspiration overall. This is going to be a lot of gnocchi. Maybe I should have just done 3 potatoes. I'm really not even like grating it at this point. It's more like smushing it through the grater. All right. That's our gnocchi. Well, that's our potato. Oh, I got a little bit more left. Get some of this in here. Dwayne! All right. Again, wash as you go. So now we have our mound of potatoes. We are supposed to, whoops, I guess I should keep it kind of center here for y'all. Like so. We're supposed to make a little well. That's what he did. A little well like this. And then throw in your flour. I'm going to do that much for now. I'm going to make a smaller hole here. I'm going to place my egg. Yeah, I know I should crack it into a bowl first to prevent any shells in there, but, you know, if I get any shells in there, I just say it's extra calcium, you know? Let's incorporate this. This is kind of like the key. You don't want to overwork this. You just want to bring everything together. Let's get a two-hand approach. I'm going to get this all in here. Lightly work this. Oh, you know what I want to do? Before I get too carried away here, I want to add some salt and pepper. And I totally forgot. I'm hungry. It's 10 p.m. Get the gnocchi handheld board in local Italian store. I totally should. Like, if this goes okay, I should get something. All right, we got our salt and our pep. I'm just going to add a little bit. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm not sure if Nick added salt and pepper at this point, but I am because YOLO. I don't think. I should have just printed out his recipe. All right, I think we're going to be a little bit too sticky, and so I'm going to add a little bit more flour. Again, this is kind of a feel thing. We don't want to overwork this. How am I doing, Jack? Probably going to get a thumbs down. All right, so I want to just kind of lightly fold all this in together. Now that I have the consistency I'm kind of going for. Again, this is the starch in here is going to pull it together as well as all the flour and stuff. Okay. I think this is looking okay right now. All right, we're going to take our board here away, like such. And I want a little bit of flour down here. And we're going to move our board. All right. How we doing? How we doing? Looking good. Do I have a board scraper? I don't have a board scraper. Well, I think I do somewhere. I do somewhere, but I'm already kind of done with the board there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this to size. I think he like kind of cut it in half. And then cut it in half again, I want to say. So something like that. Okay. And we're going to work with just one little bit at a time. And we're going to roll it into a long shoot. Basically, we're going to make it look long and skinny, baby. Ooh, this feels nice. Like, it feels pillowy. Like, it has kind of a little bounce to it. And it's kind of holding together there. So I think I'm doing a good job. Okay. I've seen other recipes that use like potato flour, potato starch, and whatnot in this. So there's multiple ways to make it, and of course you can add other things like, what else have I had? I've had gosh, what was that gnocchi? It was like a black colored gnocchi. I don't know if it was like squid ink or something in it or whatever, but it was really cool. We are just gently rolling out this This is my idea of a relaxing Wednesday afternoon. Brian has no idea that he is coming home to some freshly made gnocchi. Oh, that one was a little extra, a little longer than the average. A little longer than the average. You know what I mean, boys? Don't overwork that dough. I'm trying not to. Just want to try and roll it out. Okay. That's pretty much what I'm looking for here. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls here. I have my water boiling over yonder. And now I'm going to need a vessel to help transport my gnocchi, which I'm just going to put it on a paper plate, I think. All right. So let's go through. Let's chop these bad boys. Brian's calling me right now. Sorry, Brian, you're going to have to wait. Let me answer it. I'll answer it live. Hello? Hey, what's up? Oh, hold on. I'm on a live stream right now making gnocchi. Say hi to YouTube. Hold on, let me go check. Brian's asking if this cabbage is good. I don't think it is, Bri. Yeah, it looks a little ragged.
Are there any in the freezer?
What else?
Chicken thighs, are they in the freezer?
Chicken thighs.
We have.
We have 2 pounds of chicken thighs.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine.
Love you. Bye. La da 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 da. All right, we're gonna do these, and we're gonna see how these turn out with our fork. Let's kind of just roll these out of the way a little bit. Okay, where's my fork? Okay. I guess like kind of just like this. I don't know. Does that look like gnocchi? I guess that kind of looks like gnocchi. I think I made them a little too big. These are some big pillows. It was supposed to be a surprise for Brian with the gnocchi, but he called because he's at the grocery store. So I'll allow it. I'll allow a ruined surprise just as long as he picks up other food for us. I don't know. This doesn't. I don't know, guys. I think that the form of them is lacking for sure. I feel like they're a little too sticky too. Like I needed a little bit more flour or something. This was all. Oh, that one's a bad one because that's like a bad piece of potato in there. Throw that to the side. Yeah, they're a little too sticky. I think I should have just done a little bit more flour in the mixture. Dough is overworked. No! You really think so? I feel like I didn't work it. I think I just didn't use enough flour. How long do they take to boil, you guys? Here I am doing a recipe and I'm asking you guys how long they take. Everyone's like, what is this murder that I'm watching? It's basically like I'm murdering these potatoes. Sorry, little guys. I'll get you better next time. But you add enough pesto and everything tastes fine. Minutes to boil. If I dip my fingertips in water, I think it would just kind of make it more sticky. If anything, I need more flour. Alright, we're going to put those on the plate. See this? Like, that's just too sticky. The overall dough, like, the bounciness of the dough is there. It's just, it needs more flour. See, like, I'm getting the groove. You can see I'm on these. But I just fear they're going to be gummy. Gotta be careful with gummy gnocchi. Gummy gnocchi's like... It's like, I don't know. Not good. That's what I'll tell you. It's not good. Oh, that one came out all right. And that one had a little more flour on it, so I think my flour ratio is just a little bit off. So next time I know when I'm rolling these out, add a bit more flour. Yeah, these ones with extra flour just seem like they're handling a little bit better. But I'm also making them too big. Looks good. Yes, Calvin, they float to the top when you're done cooking them. Who's in for a taste test? I'm sorry, but that one kind of looks like something. Oh, gosh. Oh, see, these are way too big. Like, you never get that size at a restaurant. You know what? We're going to make the... No, that one's okay. All right, we're going to dump these in the water. Let's go. Okay. I have my boiling water, salted boiling water. Let's bring this up a little bit higher. I have my massive gnocchi here. I'm going to get a little bit more of a roaring boil. Roaring, rolling boil. And then I'm going to make these ones a little bit smaller for sure. Half the size you're making, yes, I agree. I definitely need to make them much smaller. We're size queens over here, you know? Alright, we're going to go for it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, my little friends. Let's get things moving to know when it sticks. Okay, once those float, those are good. In the meantime, we are going to come back here and we're going to cut these a little bit smaller. So let's go like that. See how sticky they are just to the knife? I don't think that they should be that sticky. Oh my gosh, they're already done. Look at that. They're all floating. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna go bowl back out here. I'm just gonna put them in there. And then, like I said, later, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these over some butter or some pesto and butter, whatever, some olive oil and pesto in a pan and fry them with a little stir fry action in a pan. Wow, they finished very quickly. And they're holding together, so that's something. At least there's enough structure in there that they're holding together. Ah, splashdown! There you go. That's all the gnocchi in there. Sweet. I'm gonna reduce this heat over here, cover her back up, keep going. What else we got in the chat? No, I misspoke, Jack. I don't want to mix pesto with butter. I meant olive oil. Just add a little bit more. I have flour on them before. Like, let's just kind of do one of these. Kind of save this a little bit. It's a little better. They're kind of going a little easier. I remember watching other people do this, and they just kind of would fly through them. And with the quality and the texture of my dough, I'm unable to because it is literally sticking to everything. So, we know. Boom. Flour is making it a little bit better for sure. Good idea, Jason. Yeah. Makes me really appreciate next time I have gnocchi, I'll tell you that, at a restaurant. This is very time consuming. What else we got in the chat going on? They look like what I had the other night. That's hilarious. Yeah. Maybe it was their first time making them too. I certainly hope not. If you're paying for it. I wouldn't pay for this. I'm not sure if I would even pay for this show right now. I wonder how, like, you must be like a gnocchi master if you get them all basically uniform. Because these are hard. There we go. Those are coming. Those are coming a little bit better. I found if I use multiple fingers in the roll, like if I kind of boom, 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 I get a better roll out of it. Okay. So, like, that looks okay. It's still a little bit big on the bigger side, I think. Alright, we're going to get these onto the plate. I'm going to throw these in the water and start the other ones. Give them a quick stir so they don't stick. Alright. See, like, it's all sticking to the countertop there. That's probably a bad sign. It's probably something that you shouldn't see. I'd like to cut these at the same time. And my other gnocchis are already done. That's how much time it takes, you guys. They're very quick. Bum, 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 bum. We're vibing. We're having fun, you guys. What else we got in the chat? Kitchen gadget to do this. There actually is a kitchen gadget for gnocchi. That would be great if I had it. But I also have the Forkmaster 3000. Yeah. Watch out. Yeah, pre-made gnocchi. We have a local store here that does it too. But I thought it'd be cool to try this out. These look like the best little squares because I very well floured the outside. All right. I want that deep ridge, like you see on like the ones that you get in the restaurant. It's hard to get. They're coming out looking like little penises, honestly. Like, tell me that doesn't... Oh, no, I just squished the head. My bad. Yes, we cook with gas here. We love cooking with our gas stove. Just kind of easier than doing it, easier than electric. Ah! That's the thing. Don't compare yours to mine. No comparisons. No. None of my penis gnocchis can be compared. Like I said, they're ribbed for your pleasure. You know what I mean? One of the shows that I really like watching with Brian is the Great British Baking Show. They actually, it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. And one of the judges on there, Paul Hollywood, he's on my list, my hall pass list. He's a very handsome guy, salt and pepper dude. And then I just love the general cast with Prue. She's the female judge, and then we also have, oh gosh, what's the other judge's name? I think is Noah. He's not a judge. He's a host. Noah Fielding. And then the other one is Matthew. I can't remember his name, but he just finished at the show. He was another host. Matthew something. He's on Little Britain. Very funny, but I love the British Baking Show. Brian and I love watching it together. And then comparing Brian's creations with what they do. So naturally, I'm going to be comparing my creation here to any time I've had gnocchi out at a restaurant. And you know what can save a gnocchi is the sauce. So thankfully, Brian makes a really good pesto. And so we're going to eat these with the pesto. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's going a little bit better. I mean, you see the ribs, and it just feels like it's going a little bit quicker with the flour. But the overall mixture needs more flour for sure. And I kind of have this pushing away from me technique. I start here and I use 3 fingers and I push away, and that seems to make a nice gnocchi. I mean, that's working right now. Who's to say it won't work in 3 or 4 from now? If at first you don't succeed, try, and then just eat your failures. You know, that's the motto to live by when you're learning to cook. Bada bing, bada boom. I think the quicker the motion, the better too. Like those ones look the best, and I took like less time on them. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Let's come back over here. Lid off. Gnocchi in. Give it a quick stir. Look at this mess I get to clean up. This is for you, Bri. You better like it. And if you don't like it, you better pretend. What else is in the chat? Thanks for sticking around, you guys. Baby boy Shark Tank is calling with the Fork Master 3000. They better. Trademarked, copyrighted right here on the live. Just set this aside. Mamma mia, look at all the flour everywhere. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Vamos a comer muy bien esta noche. Sí, digo en español también. Vamos a comer gnocchi. Es un tipo de pasta. No sé si es un pasta, pero hacemos con papas. Sí. Any other Spanish speakers out there? I bet my gnocchi's done. Yup. Look at that. Over the top. So, these just look like more uniform, just cleaner, you know? So when I make them with the pesto, what I ideally want to do is make them a little bit crispy when I pan fry them. Give them a nice little texture on the outside with a chewy inside. I'm just glad that they floated, because they're supposed to float, so they did something right. Had they never floated, this would have been an epic fail. One more, and that's it. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Hot soup! There you go. Gnocchi. We did it. We did it. It's not the best gnocchi in the world. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's not a good one. We'll do a final taste test here. So, little gnocchi, got the ribs in there. Texture-wise, I think it is a little gummy. Probably overworked a little bit. Let's do a little salt on here. Yeah. It's a good first try. It needs improvement. And pesto is going to make this taste so much better. So, that's a little live gnocchi here going on for you guys. I'm going to look through the chat one more time, see if there's anything else we can chat about. Anything else that we have questions about? Nick competed on MasterChef. Yeah. These are definitely not MasterChef worthy. Practice makes perfect. Yep. Some like them bigger. You got that right. Alright, you guys. Pasta Grammar YouTube for Italian prep tips. Okay, let me check that one out. Yes, alright, you guys. That was great. Little impromptu live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in. We still have 17 people here. I appreciate you taking the time out of Hump Day to come and join me on a little gnocchi tour. So tonight I will share a picture of what I make on our YouTube channel. It's Out Loud JB. We're going to have this, pesto, and some blackened swordfish. Go check out the final photo. And as always,